Insane. International Fight Week, June 28th. There's no main event. And my prediction for that main event has to be Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat. That's the best fight the UFC can make besides Tom Aspinall and John Jones, and also Islam and Topuria. Topuria looks like he's gonna fight Charles on that 317 card. John Jones does not want any parts of Tom Aspinall. He does not want that fight. Dricus du Plessis asked to fight Khamzat during International Fight Week. Khamzat Chimaev has been quiet on social media, which tells me he's training because he has an upcoming fight. The UFC wants Chimaev to fight in America. He hasn't fought outside of Dubai or Abu Dhabi or all those other countries. He hasn't fought outside of those Arabic countries. The UFC wants him to fight in the US. He's a superstar there. Listen, DDP versus Khamzat is, in my opinion, the best fight they can make at middleweight ever. Like, I've been watching the UFC for a long time now, and Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat is the best fight they can make in that division. We have Dricus, who is an absolute beast, you know, explosive, savage. He's hungry. You know, he's got a country on his back. We've got Khamzat, supposed to be the next Habib, but now he's built a name for himself. He's, you know, one of the biggest stars in the company right now. And if you put those two guys in the cage together, you know, there's a lot of questions that are going to be answered. Is Khamzat the guy that we think he is? Is DDP ready to dive into that superstar caliber level in the UFC? Because if Dricus does the impossible and he beats Khamzat, no one has been able to beat Khamzat in 18 professional fights. You know, when he's fought a lot of top guys, Kamaru Usman, Gilbert Burns, they weren't able to beat him. If DDP does the impossible, he automatically becomes a top 5 star in the UFC. If he's able to finish Khamzat, he becomes a top 5 star in the UFC. If Khamzat is able to beat DDP, he becomes a champion, and, you know, he solidifies his spots as one of the top stars in the UFC. So it's a win-win. I feel like DDP versus Khamzat is a win-win for the UFC. You know, if Dricus wins, we have an African superstar. You know what I mean? Dricus becomes an absolute star. He becomes a pay-per-view selling star because of his fight style and his trash talk. You know, he's unique. He's got the full package to become a superstar in the UFC. If Khamzat wins, you know, he becomes a pay-per-view selling star, which is a win for the UFC as well. I hope they make that fight. I feel like we're gonna have that fight announced in the next couple of days. That's the biggest fight they can make in the UFC right now for me. Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev, UFC 317, International Fight Week. That's the fight the UFC has to make. Dana, Hunter Campbell, please make that fight. That's the best fights you can make in the UFC right now. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend to follow me. Hit the link down below. Hit subscribe. Zar-Kombat. Peace.